Street Fighter V came out in February of 2016 to major backlash. You could have considered it back then a completely unfinished game. Now I'm here to review it for you in 2020, so I guess you could say this review is late to the party. Welcome everyone to Late to the Party, the review series where I review current gen games that have been out for a while for anybody who still might be on the fence about it. As you can tell by my background and by my intro, today we're looking at Street Fighter V, so stay tuned because we got one heck of an episode for you. Just remember that all my reviews for any competitive game like this are all done from a casual perspective, that being because I'm not playing this game in order to learn it in order to compete. I am just playing this game and evaluating it based on how much fun it is. As a fan of Street Fighter, I have fun playing these games casually. I have fun inviting friends over, I have fun playing online when the online's good, which is, for this game in particular, has been really bad, which sucks because Street Fighter 4 on the PC worked really, really good for me. Yeah, it was so disappointing. Anyway, point is, casual perspective, me, casual, okay? Not filthy, just casual. Alright, so when Street Fighter V initially came out, I looked at it, I got it, and I was kind of like, this sucks. So yeah, I was very disappointed. The lack of modes, the lack of characters, especially when we just came off the heels of Ultra Street Fighter 4, you know, it really kind of just set me off. It set me off. I was angry. I was legitimately angry at Capcom for all this stuff. You know, and I didn't really like this whole season after season thing that they were doing. But, you know, then Street Fighter V Champion Edition was released, and then I was like, you might think that response is a bit extreme, but you know, what we're getting here with Street Fighter V Champion Edition, I would say is very much the equivalent of Ultra Street Fighter 4 in terms of character roster size, stages, just content in general. But we're gonna get into that all later, so stay tuned because yeah, just check this out. Okay, so this is like my 5th take of trying to do this because whenever I start to talk about things that I like, I tend to gush. I don't know if you noticed that with my DMC5 review, but it tends to happen, and it tends to happen a lot. So I'll try not to gush here, but I don't know if you could tell in my Tekken 7 review, but I was super salty that Street Fighter V initially didn't come with an arcade mode. I am actually very proud to announce that Street Fighter V Champion Edition, well, this actually started with Arcade Edition, but it's included in Champion Edition. It comes with not only an arcade mode, it comes with 6 arcade modes, right? So you got one for original Street Fighter, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, and Street Fighter 5, right? 6, count them. And what's awesome about it is, because this game grabs characters from all of those games, when you enter those arcade modes, the only characters available are the ones who were present in those games. So, like, it's not exclusive. Like, if a character's in more than one game, he's gonna appear in more than one list. Like, Ken and Ryu are in every game, so they're on every list of characters that you can choose in each arcade mode. But it's just so intriguing, you know? So you got Street Fighter 2 arcade mode, and so far this game has every character from Street Fighter 2 except for Fei Long and T-Hawk. And yeah, so when you go into the Street Fighter 2 arcade mode, you got every character there on the list except for Fei Long and T-Hawk, which is, you know, it would be awesome to have Fei Long and T-Hawk, more so Fei Long, in my opinion, because I'm not really into the grappler kind of people. But yeah, you know, there are also Street Fighter alpha characters that are not present. Either way, this is an awesome little touch because, like, all that salt that I had, like this mountain of salt that I just had a welling inside me over the fact that, like, I argued with so many people about this game. One guy in particular, like, I was studying game design at the time when this came out, and one guy that I was studying with really liked Street Fighter V, and I hated it because I just had so much salt in my soul about the fact that there was no arcade mode, you know? That and the fact that I bought this game on PlayStation 4 and I refuse, even to this day, I refuse to pay for PSN because I'm already paying for internet at my house, and I can play on any computer without having to pay extra for online. So I feel that I should not have to pay for it for console. I don't care if anyone says, oh yeah, server maintenance, blah blah blah, this, that, no. No. Like, I'm paying for my internet just like all of you guys. Like, if you want to pay for your servers, make good games. Make games that are worth people coming in and buying stuff, or something like that, because at launch, and, you know, I'm gonna say, like, even after the second season, this still wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it until Arcade Edition came out, and now it's even more worth it. So yeah. Alright, so when it comes to gameplay with this game, what can I really say? It plays like a Street Fighter game. Sure, you've got your V skills and V triggers. So V skill is just your 2 medium attacks pressed at the same time, and it does a skill depending on the character. You know, some people's are better than others. Some people have an actual skill, and some people have something dumb, like Chun-Li's aerial movement thing, which puts you in the way of anti-air attacks. But yeah, and, you know, V skills is, you know, you take enough damage, press your 2 heavy attacks, and you know, for some people it's just one really good, it's like, well, I'm not even gonna say really good, but it's just one attack, like Vega. Vega just has one attack that goes across the screen. It can be blocked, so, you know, you might have just used this little desperation move, so to speak, for nothing. And then other people like Akuma and Kage have one that's strictly there so that they can use one of their ultimate, legitimately just Wrath of the Raging Demon. That's all it's there for. I don't know what Akuma's other one is there for. All I know is he's got one for Wrath of the Raging Demon, and Kage's other one is just so that he can do an Akuma teleport. But yeah, like, they all vary. Like, Ken's one's really good. Jeez, I thought this was going to be a short, but I'm really getting into this. Yeah, Ken's one turns every move he has into a fire move. So, his Shoryuken, how that has the heavy version has fire coming out of it. Now I think the lighter ones too, I haven't used Ken in a while. But then his Hurricane Kick also has fire properties, and his Hadouken has fire properties, much like Ryu's in other games. And Ryu has the same, but with electricity. So with Ryu, it's specifically his fists. So any move. So his punches gain extra damage when you hit someone with them, and his Hadouken becomes electric, and his Shoryuken becomes electric, and stuff like that. So as you can tell, like, it varies from character to character. But yeah. So that is gameplay in a nutshell. It's Street Fighter V plays like Street Fighter does, with its quirks that come with only Street Fighter V. Just like Street Fighter 3 came with its quirks that only came with Street Fighter 3, like the parrying, and Street Fighter 4 came with the focus attacks. Yeah, Street Fighter 5 has its own thing as well. But yeah, so if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. Can't really leave it any clearer or unbiased than that. Alright, so the next things that I want to talk about are the extra costumes that you get, because, you know, this game you already know that it comes with all the characters that have been released so far, you know, and it's got all the modes, and it's, you know, it's a complete game. But this thing comes with 200 plus costumes. Now, just to put that into perspective, it's like you can buy costumes and stuff and ultimate characters with fight money if you just bought the base game. But that involves a lot of grinding. Like, you have to play online a lot, and you know, just unlocking everything for free takes a lot of effort. And you know, in my opinion, it's not worth the payoff. Like, to play that much to earn so little, is not worth the payoff. Which is another reason why, you know, just Champion Edition in general is so good. But you know, if you decided like you wanted to skip the process, like, these things come in like packs of 10 and 15 or whatever. But let's just say, if they all came in like, let's just say a pack of 10, some of them even come in packs of 5. You know, just 5 costumes and that's it. But they're all rounded off between $10 and $17, right? So just on average, we say, or some of them are even 20 and 30. But if we just average them off into packs of 10 for $17, then we'd go and, you know, it'd be over $3,000 in costumes, really. You know, if you're just trying to circumvent the whole grindiness of continually playing online and online and online and online just to get more fight money. And like, to get fight money, you have to win matches. Like, you can't just, you know, and if you're just trying to go online now, after, you know, trying to win matches against people who are, you know, who potentially have been playing this game for 4 years now, you know, and just trying to compete and get better at it, like, you're gonna have a very hard time getting fight money. So, like, if you just wanted to circumvent that, you know, it could be a lot. So that's something that I think is of great value in this collection specifically, because you get given so many costumes. Like, this came out like a week before there was a Monster Hunter event that gave Blanca a dragon costume, and it gave Poison a costume of Lady from Devil May Cry. And those were already included in the game, like in the Champion Edition, before they were available for everyone who hadn't upgraded to Champion Edition. You know what I mean? So, like, for $30 or whatever it's worth now, like, you know, it's kind of a steal. And like, I'm not, in my mind, I'm not overselling it. I just really don't want to undersell it. And that would be just because of the story mode, which I'm going to get into now. Okay, so getting into the story. How can I put this? The story in this game is bad. Like, they tried to do the whole MK11, like, whole thing with the story, and it's bad. But the good news is that it's so bad that it's good. And like I talked about before with the costumes, if you play through it, and then, like, as soon as you defeat it, like, you technically cleared 100%, it means you just have to win every battle in the story mode. You can skip every cutscene if you want to, just win every battle in the story mode. You unlock the ability to have all these custom costumes, like the ones that come in the game, just put on top of characters in all their cutscene glory. And my god, it is a freaking laugh riot. Like, I cannot, like, even thinking about it now, right? I can't think about it without laughing. Like, you gave like Alex the Lion head. Alex the Lion. Oh man, like, you know, I'm just gonna say it. There's nothing like watching Jin Saotome who pilots the Bloatia in that game, team up with Dante from Devil May Cry, Morrigan from Darkstalkers, and Dalsim while he's training for the Olympics. Oh shit. Nah. The fact that you can't take this story seriously just makes it better once you put all these costumes on. Like, I'm gonna put on, like, you know, you're gonna see what I mean by all the tropes. Like, I've done things like, I put Beautiful Joe's costume on top of Rashid. I put bloody Captain Commando on top of Charlie Nash. I put Nameless, like, the costume is literally called Nameless Super Soldier over Guile. And then whenever he, like, because he's got sunglasses on and there's a big ass, like, machine gun on his back, he looks extremely serious every time he goes, like, enters any scene. Like, extremely, like, 90s edgelord serious. Like, it is a thing of beauty. Like, you need to see this. Alright, I'm actually going to play a clip right now. I haven't decided if it's going to be 30 seconds or a minute. It might be longer. I'm sorry. I find this so funny. Please, hopefully you find this funny too. Check it out. Alright, so in all seriousness now, we're getting to the end of the review, and before the end of the review, you know, I just wanted to mention that a 5th season of content is being released for this game. You know, that you might be thinking, oh great, more content. Well, it's actually because when this game first came out, it sold 70% less than expected. And it really struggled over the years to get back up to like where Street Fighter was with how it ended with Street Fighter 4. Realistically, they thought that it was going to do better because Street Fighter 4 did so well, and then they kind of shot themselves in the foot. So the fact that Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition has boosted their sales up to the point where they can keep on developing for it is kind of a good thing. So there are a few characters missing. I think you know, I'm gonna make a list, and now let's take it to the review score. Alright, now it's time for that score. I hope you guys are ready. I'm giving this game a review score of OnlyFans, because OnlyFans will really understand what the hell is going on with the story, and OnlyFans are really going to care about all the different costumes that are there, and OnlyFans are really going to continue caring about which characters they put in. So yeah, there you have it, OnlyFans. Alright, so that concludes today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are a bit more informed about Street Fighter now, hopefully. But yeah, look, I had a lot of fun with this. I had so much fun, especially with the story mode. That was so ridiculous. But yeah guys, so I'm just gonna give a few quick shout outs, because this is the sources of all my music. All the music that I got were free remixes that all the artists were like just pretty much just allow you to download. So first one is RetroSpecter, who did one of the Ryu themes. Then we've got Mykal Williams, who also did one of the Ryu themes. Vector U did another remix of the Ryu theme that I used. And Wolf and Raven, they did. That's a really cool band. You should check them out. I'm gonna have all the links to like their SoundClouds or music pages, as well as their YouTube channel. So just look in the description, or maybe I'll have it on the screen. Anyway, Wolf and Raven, yeah, I used their Ken remix and their Ultimate Street Fighter track. It's really good stuff. I love it. Once again, also shout outs to Mewmore. So I've been using Mewmore's music pretty much every week. I love it. It's ambient, it's beautiful. So hope he keeps up the good work, and I hope you guys can support him, support all of these guys. So yeah, that's it guys. I think I'll just sign off here.